Can't keep his mind on the game.
Yo, start the introduction from this Ready? Start the introduction from this man. After this, I'm gonna try.
Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Being Real. I am your host for today, Adrian Lawrence Samuda, and Being Real is a spin-off series of Coffee with Shamar. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're today again at Island Coffee's Cafe, located at Devon House. We have 3 locations, one downtown,
one here, and one in Ocho.
Yeah guys, alright, our theme for today is male mental health.
Yes.
Mental.
But before running for that, still, we can start with the introduction. I'm running Kevstar.
Yeah, Kevstar Universe DJ producer.
Yeah.
Uzu876 Twitter.
Chub.
Jacob Wolf, CEO, Wolf Bako.
Aaron Paul. I don't know. How do you find me? Plug me.
Why?
You wanna start?
Alright. So we chose male mental health because September 10th was Suicide Prevention Day.
Yeah.
October 10th is going to be Mental Health Awareness Day. So these are things that we consider to be elephants in the room. And
I always hear say, oh, we're not ready for that conversation today. Well,
Yeah.
the day is today.
Yeah,
Ready
it
for
is
it now.
and I'm ready to talk. We have emotions and we have feelings.
Contrary to popular belief.
Contrary to popular belief.
Alright, so guys, first question of today is, what are some of the mental health issues people face?
I think in my opinion, I think the most common is anxiety. Yeah, I feel like most of us have experienced anxiety at some point in our life, whether it be about exam or
Some of our examples.
Or
I don't know about it.
relationships. Or I feel like that's the most common one is the man. Anxiety sometimes leads to like depression and everything.
Yeah, I mean, social anxiety, most definitely.
Yeah, that's
I mean, a
a
whole heap of persons, you see them, the standoff persons where them by themselves in the corner, or the so-called extroverted introverts or whatever them call themselves.
The introverts are the persons who kind of
Shy away from it, isn't it? But you put yourself in some situations, out in the world, like you have an interview with your own friends, you're at a party, you feel yourself not enjoying yourself because you're so worried about what the world thinks about you, and it really takes a toll on your mental. I mean, after a couple of years of just living in your head and the constant questioning of yourself if you're good enough, and that anxiety definitely stems from there.
And that it really takes, it doesn't take much to actually reach out to one of those persons. Like, just reach out and just give them a compliment. You never know, you might make somebody day by just saying, you look great today, or hello, how are you doing today? Just by reaching out.
on Twitter, definitely.
Kevstar, you see it all boy young buck. Pretty girl, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Fine, fair enough.
What are some of the mental health issues men face between being a boy and a man, like that age gap?
I think at a younger age, Marquee people, I don't know like most of the broad headings them are aware about some of them things I mean. But we can break it down for we too, right? But that's the reason I bring the problems to you. You guys can help us to answer a few of the problems as well. So none of this is close-ended, by the way. So I think from moving to a boy to a man, everything is like a shot. So today you're moving up. Remember I say you're a little boy. Tomorrow you're supposed to be a man. It's always the extreme between both. So you don't really know if you actually move forward in any way, shape or form, because today you're reminded that you're this age, tomorrow you're expected to act another age. It's really hard growing into a position of a man or the role of a man, especially with people above you. Yeah, that's something, bro.
That's not like it just come back down to anxiety because so like men in today's society, we aren't, what do you call it? I was reading an article saying men don't get like unconditional love.
Yeah.
So our love, like our acknowledgement is based on what we provide to the world.
Materialistic.
For example, men are judged, like their quality of a man is based on like what job he has, what kind of car, house, how well he has his life.
Same way, what do you have to say?
While women are like children, seem to just be acknowledged based on the fact that they're
They're
women and children. You see
And the
me?
law protects.
And like
women
growing up,
children,
growing up,
everything surrounded around
you
them.
still like you realize that you have a lot of responsibility. And certain things like if your father left the house, he might tell you say you are running the house and you take care of your mother.
Yeah.
And like
I
it
mean,
sounds
the
cute
whole-
it sounds cute and innocent at start. But it kind of play a role for you because like your subconsciously say, oh, me
What if
need
I'm not
fit.
good enough?
Yeah,
Isn't
what
it?
if you're not good enough?
The
you
whole
know?
idea of gender roles, it really like it is not an option for men. You see me? Because if you're in a building and it a burn down, you know, if you're in a building and it a burn down,
Better turn on firefighter.
man, you better figure a way
So,
out. You see me? Like if you're in a robbery and them say, yo, them are gonna let out some people, who you think them are gonna answer first? Women and children. You see me? So it's just like being a man. It almost feel like a crime sometimes.
I feel
You see me?
And
You're
bear in mind
supposed
again.
to be the leader. Whether you're fit and strong or you're supposed to be the leader, you're supposed to be the provider, you're supposed to be the protector. Simply because you did born with a penis.
And bear in mind too, this episode is in no way trying. This episode is in no way trying to invalidate any gender's struggle or
Yeah,
whatever
most
that you guys
definitely. We're
face.
just acknowledging
But we are
ours.
acknowledging our struggle.
Ours.
Yeah, man.
Because I realize that most people like to say, if you talk about a problem with a man, but just this time, but just listen to us this time.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then,
As
Same way
it,
them say black life matter, that means that other life don't matter.
Yeah.
We are talking
Alright.
about
Just means yeah, black life, right?
as
now.
it relates to being a man, from a boys to men transition, it depends on the generation as well. Because I remember growing up, you know, being a man in my father's time is, you know, waking up early in the morning,
Yeah.
Tie out the goats.
tie out the
That's a good
goats,
point.
and
That's a
you
good
know,
point.
making sure that you know the chickens are fed and stuff like that. While now for me it's a bit different. Is actually going to school and you know making sure that I have a steady paying job and just providing. So being a man, it depends on the different generations. You understand?
and even in that case, you grew up seeing your father doing this, and now changing times have taught you to do this.
Generational, yeah.
So it's kind of hard to adapt sometimes, and we do
Yeah.
fumble.
And we don't get the chance to fumble in peace. You know,
Make a mistake, no? Make a mistake, no?
Just to
Alright guys, before we go any further, we'd like for you guys to like, share and subscribe to Coffee with Shamar on YouTube.
Subscribe.
subscribe. Subscribe.
Oh, subscribe! Alright, I keep that, you know?
Alright.
As men, it's okay to make mistakes, guys. That's the importance of this video here.
Well.
Alright, yeah, and we're here at Island Coffee Cafe at Devon House.
Yeah, Devon House.
Def.
And the coffee bar, trust me. You have two other locations, one
Nice.
located downtown Kingston near Ribis,
Right
and the other
here.
one in Orchards. Alright, so let's dive back into it.
Alright, so back to what we were saying is, back in the day, you know, it was okay for the man to go to work and a woman would stay home and take care of the kids and the house and whatnot and what forth. But that is partially because of the economics of that time. Yes? Because a single paycheck could have taken care of the house. It could have taken care of the family and send the youth to college, etc. etc. That is not the case today. So now it is beneficial, it is almost needed for a woman to be working as well. So my question is, are you now less of a man because you need a woman to provide with you also?
You're not searching for a woman so
Is it
much
me?
as a partner, you know? You want a partner.
You want a
Pick up.
partner.
It's time for the talking.
It's time, but later on.
It's going to get
Later on.
It's going to get hectic. But we're here for it. Leave it in the comments. We'll reply to all of you. Is it me?
But yeah, guys,
Oh, good.
I mean, back in the day, it was a lot easier to take care of your family, you know.
Most
As a
definitely.
man,
Most definitely.
you know, you had your goats, your
Social
chickens.
media
When
was
chilling,
not present.
social, exactly. That
Them
was
shit
one
in
of
a
them
pen
too.
still a spin on him.
Yeah, a pens could have get you how much cabbage
Yeah,
and how
tell
much
me,
things
tell
in the
me.
grocery store. No, like sometimes like when you get paid now, you wonder
Where the money go?
where the money go. You understand?
as me get the money.
Not even mention the
done.
Just imagine a man paying all the bills, covering the groceries, and giving the children money to go to school.
And then considering just how ridiculous the Jamaican job market is, like it's so hard to
Exactly.
get a job.
That's the next thing too.
So if my worth is dependent on me, like you have a degree, and a lot of persons have their degrees and can't get jobs. So I'm less of a man because I don't have a job. It's not like I don't want one. You see me? And then keep in mind, and everybody have the entrepreneurial mindset
To create a
to
job.
create a job.
Creative mindset.
And if someone
Exactly.
goes to school, I think it's unfair I mean, I think it's unfair for really expect them to like just get up and go create money for themselves because they went to school for that sole reason, so they can get a job.
And what I found too is some females being ambitious and everything. Nothing is wrong with that. We have some of them now that see these ambitious females on social media or anywhere at all, and all of them want this man, this pre-ordered man, this man that they don't have to build with.
Amazon.
Perfect. All time.
Perfect man.
Perfect man.
Yeah, man, go for Amazon.
And with that said, Tigo asked a question earlier, and the question was, what is your definition of a man?
What constitutes?
What constitutes
a man?
a good man?
Is it the willingness to build, or is it where he is built?
One no make a man for real. Like, what makes what do you guys personally think makes for a good man? Like a good man. Like just considering gender roles and
alright, growing up I'm actually enjoy watching the older men around me. As in the way the man them actually, the way they treat their kids, their wives, the way the man them actually move towards finding their happiness and their peace of mind with how them do them daily jobs.
Yeah.
And I like back in the day when you have to tell you to go and you have to do this and do that. Nowadays, I'm gonna move up. We're moving into the corporate world, the creative world. So many different things. I'm like to watch different people, to get different takes on how exactly you can be a man in this position or that position or wherever you're stretched to. You know what I mean?
I mean,
That kind of song,
as I said, back in the day, I admired my grandfather a lot because, you know, he had about probably 9 or 10 children and he was the only one working. You know, he was the only one working. You know, he went on farm work overseas and he actually took care of all of his kids.
Yeah.
You know, and my aunt she actually a head lecturer now, you know, at UA. So, you know, he did a pretty fantastic job. But I'm like, no. In this age, I'm like, if I was supposed to have 10 children, I don't think that I could do what he did, to be honest.
You can't be able to do that with 2.
We're getting that now.
Judge.
And you see, real and true, brother. I'm not trying to justify anything, but these are some of the things that were taught to us in slavery. I don't know how many of you guys here did history, but what I learned is that, remember, people are brought from separate tribes from Africa. So me, not like your tribe, and me carry Chris them come capture Uno, and then Chris capture me and capture my family.
Be a bad man in my tribe, you know?
Yeah, and then we separate from our families, so them not send one tribe go one place. So if Jamaica come, you know, say Ashanti, they are gonna mix up Ashanti with some other thing.
Yeah.
So I say, so real and true, brother, in those times we were taught, we were used as studs. You get what I say?
True.
We were taught to be studs. So male absenteeism was starting from there. I'm not excusing any man for running.
We don't agree, but we
understand. But we just are showing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It deep on the music.
We understand where it comes from.
You've been come from this kind of culture. Brother, so many things.
And we can see where
that
that is actually breaking up now.
Yeah.
Because
we're trying to
you
go
really find
against
a man
the
to take picture
construct.
right now.
Because at the end of the day, we're all products of our experience.
And let's just be honest, like, there's no manual to say, this is how you be a man.
Exactly.
There's none.
And the
You know,
closest
we have to
manual-
just figure it out on our own.
And the
You
closest
understand, or
manual
learn from our
is-
predecessors to
Yeah.
say, you know, this is how you do it.
That's the
You
closest
understand?
one to all the people in before, and then when you grow up now,
change.
I come along with your self-awareness, learning new things. Now you have to start learning. So, alright, how many stay like this or this what I used to do, I have to go change that about me. Because at the end of the day, you know, we are all learning. I mean, we can't spend 8 years on this earth and we're not going to know everything about ourselves. Doesn't mean our things that we would do. And anything that we know about now as man are things that we learn from our father, things that we see on show and them things there. So, we there now, we have to find a style. It's like the truth is, whoever wants to find a style.
Yeah, because we don't know what is
Required.
what exactly is required.
Just think about it.
And
If a man did feel like, say, oh, him could have communicated him feelings that have less man, I kill themselves. See?
True.
And like, if men were in such good shapes and with such strong, why as soon as a man get cheap and I feel like him wife disrespect him, the first thing most of them want, not
Ego.
most of them, I kill the woman and kill himself.
Break
That's not a
down.
stable person. You see me? A
And a lot
stable
of us
person.
aren't stable.
You see
Really,
me?
it's
I only
crazy.
power I walk around, mad people.
Mad people,
Man
mad money
and
not
woman,
clean clothes.
mad people. You see me? We have so many toxic traits. where we don't want to acknowledge because nobody know
And
what
then it's the failure to actually accept a man as being this
Man.
and working towards it, understanding that he's at this point and moving towards another point with this man.
And then
But
the
people tend to not
potential.
understand because
Listen.
you should be made as the Amazon man.
I say to the man,
Pre-order.
them I go watch it. I say to the man, them I go watch it, bro. There's nothing wrong with being a work in progress. You see me? So no matter if she don't want you now, if she not going you 10 years from now, or the girl where you want to want you, just be a work in progress and just go and work on yourself. Because the eventuality is,
The universe is going to allow it to happen. You're going to find
Alright.
somebody. I don't chase ever. I attract.
you see me? The
So-
chase, we attract.
And a young king,
You have to get that
You don't
in
hear
your-
that,
you have to
King?
get that
Young
in your
king.
Say
mind.
that again, say that again. You have to repeat that one.
young king,
Yes, eh?
women,
I don't
women,
chase, I attract. Yo, man.
women are not the
Self-confidence.
prizes. Women are not prizes. You see me? Women
People
are
in
not
general are
prizes.
not
prizes. Are not
People
prizes.
Are not prizes. You see me? Success is a prize. You see me? So don't get yourself caught up on proving yourself to another person in
Yeah.
general. You see me? Your journey different from everybody else. You come from different situations. I feel like as long as you are committed to becoming a better person, that is all that should matter.
Let's
You see
talk.
me?
Let's say something about the economic pressures as well, because
Youngest sugar daddy, that's it.
80 grand boss.
the
80
economic
grand.
pressures.
If you you're gonna model this mental.
Chopper.
So
Dr. Dre,
being
let's
a
go.
being a being a man in these times, you know, we raise the points that we learn from an older generation. In my father's view, you know, going to university,
Yeah.
I know getting the standard job will do everything for you. I'm saying no, in my generation, that's not what I'm going to tell my son, because I am seeing persons who are YouTubers make twice as much as I make. Kids
Reviewing toys.
reviewing toys, video games.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can't tell my son that, hey, university is the key.
Yeah.
I have to tell him that you have to be an all-rounder.
And then what if your child is born with a mental deficiency? What
That's the next thing as well.
You get what I'm saying? So you have to bear all of them things in mind.
This is all part of a lifestyle that is now built, you know, on using men. See me, I've many female friends, and I've heard them talk about how getting a good man is just a part of the step to getting their success.
No.
You get what I'm saying? No man, listen to me no man.
No,
And
man.
a girl will say, she go leave school and she go rent a particular house and drive a particular car, and I go say, oh, you go finance this by yourself. No, I get a man to help me. They'd ask them, and then what?
And then how do you support this
We will
man?
see if it work
No,
out.
you're not tired for your
You see me?
story.
That is really a reality to them, you know. You see me? So even a good
It's
man
all about
now
the
becomes
social construct,
just
you know.
a stepping
I
stone.
don't know the story.
You
them
get what I
time.
say?
The story is so common. Man, they're from when she never have no help her through university and when she got it. It's like, yo, but
Live
I'm
for-
on a different level now.
Taxi man.
I think
Dexter
I'm on a
Daps-
different level now.
as
You
Dexter
can't
Daps
step
say,
through this, you
you know the doctor man and left the farmer.
Let me tell you this.
Same way, man.
Let me tell
I
you
don't know
this.
what you call it,
I'm a
farmer.
field
If farmer, them a win now, you know.
No, sorry, my apologies.
If
No
farmer, them a
respect
win
to
now.
farmers, but I mean, you
Farmer
get
make
the
money, man.
idea. You get the idea.
Let me tell you this. Me, personally, I like to think of myself as a man of principle. You see me? So the things we either write down on a piece of paper and go to like your mother and say, is this a good man? The mother say yes. So I believe enough to carry myself good. I believe enough to be, you know, well-rounded, well-read, be fit, be, you know, mentally conscious, provide, make a lot of, not just provide, but to be entrepreneurial, yes. You see me? Help out friends, help out family, take care of kids, etc., etc., etc. I believe in that. You see me? But then even a man like me, or even a man who fits that portfolio, is just, I'm saying now,
Please, Dwayne.
it's just a means to an end.
Yeah, you're a trend man, you're not there as it.
You see me?
Just to add to what you said about being a man.
Yeah.
What I grew up seeing, that brother, life could have been so much different because my mother was a teller, right? And before my mother left the bank when the year I was born, because she said she wanted to grow her children, you see me? And a lot of persons never got that opportunity because they had jobs, and you know they want to keep the job so they can provide for the child financially.
Exactly.
So I say, and for me would have skipped all of that because guess what? You see, providing for me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of those other facets outside of
Financially, alright.
right? That made me into a better person. And then the truth of the matter is, brother,
Yeah.
me see my father take my mother out of corporate, brother.
Yeah.
You see what I say? put her name on big billboard and thing.
All the story more.
That's what I say. So for me,
All the story.
adapt me to myself for the brother. That's what I say. To me, my father is the greatest man me ever seen in my entire lifetime. Even back to my grandfather.
Yeah.
The day my grandfather met my grandmother, you know, brother. They have never been apart ever in a life, you know, brother.
Yeah.
Like me tell any girl this, if you do not love me like how my grandmother did love my
Love my
grandfather.
grandfather.
Yo, me say the
Me
same
no want it,
thing.
you know.
Same thing.
So-
Same thing, Mr. Bro.
But it all boils down back to understanding your partner. So me say a lot in this life we not really indulge in the things to understand it. And it's not a surface knowledge, man. You know, if it's a kiddie school settings, me all about that. So
Yeah.
you know, say if you're a kiddie school, me not assume this.
Yeah,
So
man,
me
but
say,
do
"Shark
some-
can't swim
Yo,
in
the
shallow
high
water."
and
some
buy
reading.
thing, the high and buy thing now gonna open me up to actually
Yeah.
express to a woman.
You have to go do some reading and come back, you see me, so we
Yeah.
can, you know.
And a part of understanding anything. Like,
You have to listen
you
thoroughly.
see, the thing is, what helps me to understand and actually truly understand somebody is that me approach it like I don't know anything. One thing me sure about, me don't know nothing. So if you want to understand, you have to know and accept that you don't know.
Yeah.
So if you see you're a man, you're your partner, and he might move different, he might act different, that's a big command, or he might act different. Me must weird. If me see my partner act a way that they don't usually act, my first instinct is to
What's
ask
wrong?
what's wrong.
Yeah.
But no, it might act different, and it's like the common thing about Twitter is that time is nothing. There's that one guy who do everything right. That
Right
one
then
man-
and there.
when
Yes,
you-
bro.
When this man now after I find that 3 years.
Honeymoon face,
See?
man.
The
So
good
like-
old facade, man.
Honeymoon
See,
face.
so like them thing there, and like how come
Catch
on
them,
them
you
thing
know.
there?
Catch them, you
How
know.
come on them thing there without them thing they really turn off the
And
use
yeah,
them for really
and just like
warm up
what
there,
just like what
that's
Kiko did say what here in terms of the marketing. Some of the man can market too.
Brother.
And they wanna market and take a man girl and guess what, after 1 month you gotta realize that man it's not it's
Kid
the
is
longevity
cool, man.
of everything.
Kid is
This
cool,
man
he
gonna
can
last
splash
way
up.
longer.
You can splash up, but
I'm
there's
argue.
no depth.
No depth.
No depth at all.
Me tell you
Get
this.
myself caught,
Be
man.
careful. Be careful of a thing in psychology we call it the halo effect, yes? So them do this one thing perfect. And because of that one thing and you love it so much, you see me? Trouble there. You overlook all of the other red flags. You overlook the red sheet and the red curtain them. Yes? That
Yeah,
one.
over there.
You overlook the red sheet and the red curtain them, all because of the halo effect. You see
And
me?
then,
So
what
you
you
have
know?
to sit down and you have to catch yourself.
Watch you know, I don't know, kind of go off on a tangent still, but we're still there for you. You see, the thing is, like in another whole situation where this, would I talk about the 80-20 rule?
Yeah.
Like, you have your partner, right? And he might provide 80, like usually the person is providing 80% of your needs, I provide like the most basic needs that you need, right? The moment you start like, I guess, thirst for something that you're not getting, so you're basically it's in scarcity. So when it's scarce now, anyway you see it, like the value of it increase substantially. So this person that provided 20%, this person hyper focus on what you need right now,
Yeah.
seem like, oh my god, where has this dude
The
been all
world.
my life?
The world.
And I still so the Amazon man come back. See, like you said, girls kinda we feel, no one be presumptuous. We come across like women are actually seeking a pre-made man, or what them call soulmate. If you don't feel like say somebody, out there, so put on for una and wait for una.
On that note,
Just dead it.
just to the young kings
Done.
watching this, the man them,
Young
kings, you know, just
Young
listen to
kings.
this, right? There's always this thing of building yourself, and it's never about being the man. It's okay to not be famous. It's okay to not be popular for people. It's always good to be a man.
Just be a good
Do the
youth,
basic
brother.
functions, bro. You not raping a girl is not you being a man. You providing for your family is not you being a man, bro.
Be it them there,
You
be
have
sick.
basic things. You moving forward though, and your constant growth. You
Ayo.
seeking to shed old skin and growing into new. That is you
Yes,
being
And
a
your
man.
worth is not determined by what you can get to other people.
How you can
See,
That
provide.
concept is ridiculous. Can you
To me?
imagine if, alright, just look at it like this. You get your mother have you, right? But your mother doesn't have money like that. But she do what she can do.
And your
And then
auntie
you
have
go
money.
meet like your friend,
Auntie.
them mother, and your auntie or whatever, and them take care and them spend for you. But you want a different mother? You want a better mother? Just imagine if we viewed people, everybody like that.
It's the materialistic
I was watching
embodiment
something
of
the
a
other
man.
day.
Yeah.
I was watching something the other day, and him say, I am the most expensive spokesperson in Nigeria. But price is not, should never ever be the thing. It's value.
Yeah.
So I say, guys, do not be an expensive man. Be a valuable man.
High value man too.
So I say,
Just like
Respect yourself
just
more
as
than
a person overall. You see me both males and females.
We
It's
feel
value
like,
over
we
expense.
feel like
Always.
it's one of the biggest things why mental health is such like a prevalent yet unspoken thing, because like social conscience dictates that we're supposed to be strong and control and contain our feeling.
Yeah.
But really and truly, they are suffer with the facts that
yes, sir.
we are only valued based on what we can provide, and it's like it just kind of messed up. And then like you can't be like, if the moment you start not abiding to that,
Yeah.
you get left out. See,
Yeah.
if you not willing to go get the things them and get your thing up on a
Yeah.
level, you know, you get with the what.
Yeah, with
left
that,
them,
it's
you
the
know.
materialistic embodiment of what I said before. Men are forced now to focus on materialistic things in their growth. That is growth to men now. But it should be about character. Because with great character comes everything you need in life.
You see,
Every
and
single thing.
this goes back to my point that gender roles when it comes down to men are obsolete. Case and point. The other day there was
Case and point.
you get me? The viral video about the girl who cheat on the man and him find out and him break up with her on her birthday and then they go kick out she and the baby, you see me? Which it was a prank really and truly, but just to see how the world would react. And I was so shocked to see a girl in the comment section say that, the woman giving the man a jacket was a compliment because
She's acknowledging that you are the better suitor for the child.
However,
How wicked.
I was not the better suitor for your
Sexual needs.
your sexual needs.
You
Right?
get what
And
I say?
these are things that can be taught.
Yo,
And
These
I see
are
people that
regular
I tell
occurrences for
people,
men,
say,
you know.
They not teach no man to do this,
Yeah.
and they not teach no man to do that. If we're not supposed to teach each other, why we are going to school?
Just to ask that, you know.
Why we are going to school?
I say for not teach, why we are going to school.
You know,
eh?
Exactly.
Sitting down and listening to all of them,
Yeah.
I was thinking about the halo effect that you guys are talking about. Like, women don't want to, as I say, work on a man, you understand? But let me tell you this, a man that is a finished product, when
Wants a woman that is a finished
product,
And it's
not,
hard.
not
And it's
a
hard.
working.
It's hard.
He will never look at you like how you look at that finished product woman. So you're saying, oh, I want a man to help me. You know, it's
How
better you
can you-
build together. But can you say that
Yeah.
finished product man, he will never appreciate you or greet you the way how he greets
No, I
another
say that
woman.
still no. But what me I gonna say is,
Some people.
some people. But the thing is, when I say, oh, like if me in our situation, me no want somebody come take me up while me there for my face, like prove a point, right? But all me I say is like something like if me and you in a relationship and you leave when things get rough, how like me don't know how that makes somebody feel. Like you left when like the thing not so good. Like never feel like that affect me in a certain way. And as we
Brother.
come back to the whole point, say our value seems to be only dependent on when we
What?
things
What
are
they can
going
provide.
good.
Is it
You see me?
Brother.
Because at the end of the day, girl, this is what women want. Sad but true, Girl want top man. All the time.
Yeah, big man.
The middle one is most important.
Yeah,
one
big
still,
man,
you know.
yeah.
You see
come on,
me?
man.
So you either gonna be the best DJ producer, the best entrepreneur, you are gonna sell
That's
the
true.
greatest
Top of the
fragrances.
line.
You get me? I say you are gonna have
Fragrance connoisseur.
the best. You are gonna have Jamaica's next, Fashion Nova, men are whatever it is, but women just always want the best. You get me? I say, but there is no best there is no you without working from the ground up with me.
That weird,
And
If you never did it from the struggle, then you can't
Yeah.
enjoy the fruits
Watch
of
out,
it.
me not
Tico,
get into that
hold
now
on.
because I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
normalize struggle now.
Yeah, me don't want
However,
say that
No.
We
Not
don't want
normalize-
not normalizing struggle love, But if
We don't
we're
want
together
struggle. We don't
and
want-
I am struggling, quote unquote, say me have a business deal where I can't close. Me have a $2 million contract on the table where me just can't seem to get over wrap me
you
head
ever
around.
watch The Founder?
You see me? Of course.
Okay, alright.
course.
We're not getting that. We're
You
not getting
mean?
that. Watch out now. You see what money make it.
Yeah.
And I understand sometimes why people don't want to build people because of
Yeah,
that same reason.
that's the
Acrimony,
best,
same thing.
That's
But
the
however,
best, yeah.
what can mental health issues lead to?
Oh.
What you mean?
Violence. Only for them man.
Domestic abuse.
Some
Most of the
traumatic
man them we have
experience.
beat, you know? Sorry. Most of the man we have beat the girl. them.
Abuse.
It's the abuse become the abuser.
Suicide.
It's just like I them think. Watch out
Enough
now.
of them man get beat up.
Come
when
and
they
show
don't
us
go.
something. It's abuse in a most forms.
Oh no, it's not an excuse. Remember, we're not invalidating anybody's struggle or whatever. But
Guys.
we're trying to give you an understanding of why this happens or why
Guys.
this. We're not about no one beat man.
What could potentially be a reason?
Guys,
Yeah.
abuse in any form comes down to one thing, right? Control. The person themselves, within themselves, don't feel in control.
Yeah, and
See?
not used to being in control.
And like the thing is, you know, when me abuse, you know, me have some conflict in me where me, you know, either don't address or I don't know how to address it properly. And you dead it. See, that's why people who care about people and them usually get the blunt of the abuse, you see me? So, dog, there's so many things, dog. Men have to lead. You just have to.
It's really a plethora
Oh,
of
boy,
things.
dog.
Plethora.
It's a plethora, dog. It's a plethora.
Yo, I'm gonna
And
love
it's
the
not
word
an
there.
excuse. Wait. It's not an excuse. No. It's a valid reason. Like most of the time, when you go to boom and somebody.
I won't say.
suicide and them
Hold on
things
there. Just to not get dragged. It's not a valid reason. But we can understand why. We don't
not a
agree.
valid
We don't
reason?
agree. It's not a valid reason. You can't say it's valid.
No.
No.
But we are trying to
You
understand.
can't, you can't say that.
Why?
Everybody-
Mental illness,
everybody-
and it is valid.
Everybody know why they do things. Or
Yeah.
some people don't know.
Like some of these things, as we were saying before, is a reason, but it's not an excuse. So please do be with us and understand that sometimes that these things do happen, and it's existent because of this reason. We're not saying this only happens because of. But that's no. We're not trying to excuse anything.
We're not
practically.
excusing
We're not trying to
abuse,
excuse them.
but there's
Make it
sometimes
reason for the
a
abuse.
reason
Yeah,
and a
everybody
reason
responds.
and a
Everybody
been-
responds to
responds
trauma
to it, yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
And you have some people who suppress it. You have some people who engage in it. And you have some people who just
Yeah, 'cause you have,
nobody did
I
nothing.
feel like
You get what I'm
most
saying?
people go through things like you
Yeah.
have men that went through probably even worse experiences than the person that is abusing someone. But I mean, we are all individuals and we deal with things differently. You see me? So yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, what's up?
No, it's just, you
So you
know.
going on straight
Yeah,
now?
I Shamar, brother. I can't leave the man, brother. Brother, come on, I said. Come on, I said.
Someone was that?
I'm sorry.
We just-
I'm
we just
sorry,
have it.
people. I'm sorry.
Next
Sorry.
question.
Go ahead.
Alright. What is the importance of dealing with these mental health illnesses and how can they be dealt with?
Counseling.
It's
Professional
first by identifying them.
Most definitely.
Identifying them and not shunning the people that you see actually with these characteristics of probably violent acts, depression or whatever. It's always smart to actually reach out to them, try to help them, do your very best. We have so much people can actually report them to these days.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So
Not
and not
just
not
help
scoring
you.
the people.
No,
My
man.
best
just help
advice
you.
is to get professional help.
Yeah, because-
even though me, I'm one of those persons that because I read a lot of articles on like mental illness and something that I can identify, but at the end of the day, I'm not a therapist, so I can't diagnose it. So the most you can do as like individuals is come to them and try and make them aware of it. Don't force me like, oh yo, you know, so you do like just like yo,
Yeah.
I noticed that you've been doing this and it affects me
Yeah, man.
or these people this way. I feel like they will seek professional help. That's
Alright.
The point is too many
Or
men
sometimes just listen.
or too many males are suffering in
Sometimes just
silence.
listen.
Yeah.
Just listen.
We're suffering in silence, and the thing is, some people just don't know who to turn to
I
because of reasons such as where you have alpha, just simple things like
Yeah,
those.
Alpha.
I'm not trying to reach out, and some people being unable to actually understand or try to actually help these men. That's the bro, so
I
what-
feel like you should go to a counselor. Why? Counselors are more receptive. You understand? Because if you're a guy that's having a mental issue and you go to
That's just an
someone,
issue in general.
go to someone, and as I was telling you earlier in the video about the people telling you their problems instead, you're not gonna want to bring it up again.
Yeah.
So go to a professional who's gonna listen to you and actually say, hey, is this happening and why do you think this is happening? Sometimes as men you just want somebody to listen to you.
Be true.
Just to listen, don't
That
even
is
say
true.
I don't relate to experience. You just want someone to just say
Just be
Young
a listening
kings-
ear.
Young
Understand.
kings do not suffer in silence.
Just be a
I
listening
beg.
ear. Big
Speak up,
facts.
guys.
Speak
Just
up.
find
Father-
somebody that you can talk to.
Part
As
of
them say professional help, but some of us don't necessarily
Might not be
want
able
to
to
do that,
afford
but
it
find
or
somebody
can-
that is not going to make it about them.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes, guys,
Sometimes
even if
you
you're
do-
on the listening side, just, you don't really have to say no. You
Yeah,
don't have to
listeners,
have
be more
everything.
receptive.
Just sit
You don't
down
have to
and
answer
listen.
everything, just
Be
listen.
more
Sometimes we
receptive.
even want, but it's not like, alright, say for
I don't
me,
want you to fix
we don't
me.
ever fix
Just
it.
listen.
Just listen. Cause like the thing is, people don't understand. When you have stuff like, say for anxiety, for example. So suppose me have like a big job interview coming up. I'm anxious. Like the anxiety feel like I'm big. Like just cause I have one bucket and me have overflow with emotions. I'm not know what to do. Talking to you just like me a pour off extra water and I feel better. That's all I did need. You see me? I don't need nobody to tell me. Like the sad truth is, guys, when it comes down to matters of like mental illness, logic most times just make you seem distant from the person, like you don't understand them. Cause like come tell you say me, I the person as the man, probably self-conscious about my penis size, right? Me self-conscious about my penis size, see? And me come talk to you, right? And then either I get made fun of, or you're going to tell me, say, what kind of foolishness is that? That don't make no sense, you're perfectly fine. But the thing is, it's important to me, and it matters to me. So all you have to do is listen and say, oh, Jano.
Don't invalidate somebody's
no,
struggle.
invalidate my struggle. If I feel that my penis,
Well,
yeah,
I feel like-
that's the answer.
I feel like the person who you go to, you're supposed to know how to stay when you're bringing certain
Sure.
arguments. Because me and Adrian and Kejan have a different relationship. Whenever Adrian is going through struggle and him call up and say, yo bro, whatever, we just laugh. We laugh about it, to be honest, but it's not that we're laughing at him. It's just a situation, just to bring up his mood. You know, and I can guarantee you, by the time we're finished, he's like, yo bro, I'm glad you're coming, I'm glad you're forward.
And another side of the coin, right? As the person that has the mental issue, you still have to keep in mind that even though it's on away, it's unfair to go and throw your issue on someone that's not able to handle it. You see me?
That's
so
also
somebody who you know, say yo, them like say me have friends that we know them traditional and they don't want to hear about my emotions. So me not go to them. See? It takes a lot still. It's not easy. I feel like the government need to do something more.
Self-accountability is also very important. You see me?
Yeah, that don't
You have to be very self-aware. I mean, I could bring in someone, you probably do, kept study for sure. I most certainly do it is meditate. You know, if something is bothering me, I'll sit down and I, take self-accountability. What happened? What really happened?
But you know
Am I skewing in my head what really happened?
But you know I'm
You see
villain
me?
in that story.
How I feel, but and it comes back to that. No one really wants to be a villain in their
Hold
story.
themselves accountable.
So you have to hold yourself accountable. Why did I feel like that? What was specifically said? Am I skewing the story in my mind? You see me? What part of me made me feel this way? Could I have handled the situation better?
And just to ask you a question, right? You say you meditate.
Yeah.
But alright, so for instance, there are persons that don't do that.
Yeah.
Who are some people you think or you'd suggest outside of professional persons that these people should talk to?
Persons who are farther along in life than you, who you look up to. So your mentors. I for one am very lucky to have an excellent mentor. I won't name him. You see me, but he's a person where I can sit down with and when we talk, we usually discuss like leadership, because I think everything stems from leadership. Leadership of yourself, leadership of your outside environment, of emotions, etc., etc. And we talk about these things, and the other issues usually tend to come up, and the responses and the relays. And I take notes, You see me, I take copious notes because I want to be able to, sit down and look back at it and say, oh, Tico, this is actually true, when I sit down when I sit down with myself and I get then I start to understand that, oh, this particular thing pisses me off. And I definitely don't like this, and this is okay. Alright, I'm going to put myself in this situation just to see if I can manage my emotions then. You see me, and this is how you get better at it and better at it. But you have to be self-aware, and you have to be accountable. You have to be accountable.
And the next thing I wanted to say to like people that are learning or listening here, the thing is, try not to be the traditional person. The traditional person as in the parents. The popular thing that these parents would do is, you have everything good for you, you talk about depressed. Yeah, please do not give that response. It breaks down every single thing. It breaks down everything. You know what I mean?
I recommend you spend some time with yourself as well.
Big fox.
Spend some time with yourself, because being around persons all the time, sometimes some parts of their personality, you try to be like them. You understand? So what I recommend is that you actually take a day for yourself and say, hey, I'm actually going to spend some time with myself and really see who am I.
Yeah, man.
Time with yourself is very important.
Listen to me, a lot of time we spend so much time on like social media, and you know on the
Wrong
YouTube
people.
and the whatever, and you spend so much time on these things that you lose your actual self, because I guarantee you, some of you, some women
Yeah, sure,
actually do not like chopper man. Some women actually do not like the bleach and the braffing and the excess image.
Shocking
Some
stuff.
people don't like that. But then when they want, but you with there one party and you will accept it because it just seem normal. Some man no like the hype and the polypex, but some man actually don't like that. You see me?
Eyelash girl, eyelash
Someone
girl.
actually don't like that. A lot of, me gonna say it for me. You don't have to come to me with the rah fireworks, ray personality, or even energy for me like you. I am the type of person I enjoy. If your personality is a nice fireside chat with a buckle of Guinness or a dragon, I like that.
Yeah,
a lot. If you come to me with an energy like that,
I'll show
I
you,
respect that.
I'll show you, mate. You see, as a high energy person,
Yeah.
as an extreme extrovert, for me, brother, I always look for balance in a life. So you see, Percy, I don't think I could handle somebody that is probably as extroverted as
you
I am.
are.
You see me? However, as you boil down to that, brother, so as Kevstar said, boil down to the social constraints. I was in the club one night because but then for my birthday setting and thing, right? And someone bridging them flying. Yeah, man. We're about 4 bottles deep already.
Chopper.
So I say,
Plus.
I look around, and I see one of my bridging them, I never name him. And it's a buckle of water, man, brother. I'm sure enough of them where them are going in that club, not money like that.
Money like him.
So I said, look, I say, yo, but oh, this add up, this now make no sense. This
Yeah.
man can buy everybody in the club bottles, dog. And the man just drink water, the man just drink
Yeah.
water.
Cook dog.
So I say, but as you say, sometimes it just boils down to what you prefer.
Exactly.
So I say, and
Exactly.
everybody has their 1% in life. I always tell
Say it
people,
again.
everybody has their 1% in
And
life.
we're all projecting.
Him work out all the maths for this, you know.
So there's 7 point how much people? 7.8 billion?
Yeah.
1% of the world is 78 million. There's 78 million people like you.
They
or
stay
see the way-
just
see
like
the way-
you.
See the world the way you see it. So you don't have to go there with change people.
And even on that note too, but that's one for the set, as I said, I said this through the entire video. Young kings at home, if you're hurting, if you're feeling something that you can't express,
Find
please.
somebody to talk.
I feel like when you feel like put
Please,
like at the end of the
okay.
video, like some helpline, you feel like
Yeah.
probably like meal mentality or some like
You-
if I go
you
it,
help on
if
them
I go
people,
you
yeah,
it, we
man.
can reach out to you helps and them people.
We're not sure about the thing there for you take, but we can definitely find that out.
Can find out.
Yeah, man. Right, next question.
Alright guys,
Like that.
I think that's
Yeah,
it.
man, I think
Hit
right.
that.
Yeah, guys, don't
Yeah,
forget
man.
to like, share, and subscribe.
Let me say it here, subscribe.
Coffee with Shamar on
Subscribe.
YouTube. Alright guys,
Subscribe.
follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Guys, thanks for tuning in again. It was a pleasure busting your ears once more.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and we're back again next week. And we're premiering tonight at 9.
Oh, you mean we're out and stunting?